Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. We are the middle-aged guys, and we bullshit about nothing. I am the Reverend.
The theme here.
Gray Mouse 1.
Earlier this week, there was an announcement that was made that the anticipated game for the Xbox One, Cuphead, which is a 2D shooter made in the stylings of a 1930s cartoon. The developers came out and they said that unfortunately the game, which is originally set to release out around the holidays of this year, is going to be delayed until the first quarter of 2017 because, in their words, quote, we came to a junction where we're either going to cut back on features to make it by this holiday time, or we were just going to go ahead and finish everything up and polish it the way that we wanted to and release the full game as intended. In which case, they decided to go ahead and push it back a few months so that they can finish that all up. Well, a lot of people are looking forward to this game, and I think it's an interesting topic to go ahead and talk about. What are your thoughts, guys? The floor is open.
Haven't we heard this so many times? So let me get this. All right. This is my biggest fear about the game, and any game that does this. Not that it's going to be good or not. My biggest fear is that it's going to come out, and then you're still going to have to fucking get DLC for shit that was supposed to fucking be there. You have a delay now, and you bring that shit out later, and then next thing you know, you still have to purchase shit for fucking DLC. DLC. You just delay the game because you're saying that it's not the way you want it to fucking be. You were either going to eliminate features or bring it out the way it should be. Yet, that shit most likely is going to fucking happen, that you're just going to have to purchase shit. So, what? Their DLC wasn't fucking ready?
No, let's just say this right here. When it comes to development and everything else, features and content are two different things. Features are actual things that you're expecting because of the way the game functions. And if those things aren't complete, and you sit there and you decide to go ahead and take them away to make a deadline, well, that's always something that's available to a developer. If downloadable content is actually just extra content, you know what? It's all optional shit. Guess what? It's all optional. I don't fucking care. The only time DLC, if we're going to talk about that for a moment, it really bothers me is when it's on disc DLC. And you know it because the actual download is something like 54 fucking kilobytes. In other words, it's an 8-bit encrypted fucking password to go ahead and unlock something on your hard drive. Yeah, but if it's DLC where it's like, oh, hey, look, this is a 400 megabyte download. It's actual fucking content. Guess what? I'm not too offended by it. And if I don't want to, I won't fucking buy it. I think in this particular instance, what they're talking about is that they were either going to come to a point where features that they had planned for the game were going to be cut in order to make a deadline, or they would just have to push back, and they chose to push back. Myself, I'm not too bothered by that. Hell, I've waited for games for years, multiple years, past their initial release date. So that's really not anything new to me. And generally speaking, if it does come out, I'll just get it for the PC anyway. So
if it does come out,
yeah, if it does come out, I'll just get it for the PC. What about you, Grimel? So what do you think?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's going to be DLC for this type of game. It's more of a bullet hell game. So I don't really see DLC being the factor on this one. And
yeah, they'll find a way.
Huh?
They'll find a way.
I wouldn't be surprised if they shoehorn that in either.
Yeah.
To be honest, to be completely honest. But
I understand where y'all are coming from. But to me, I don't mind so much that the game's being delayed, simply because, I mean, if they're putting the last bit of polish on it, and they don't want another No Man's Sky, where they promise all these features and then they don't deliver. So, I mean, if it takes another several months for them to put those features in the game, I'm all for it.
They delay it like like 4 to 6 months, I think it's understandable.
Yeah.
I don't know on this particular one. It's I think it's well. There are two ways to think about like the announcement of delays, especially things that are coming up in the Christmas season. All right, if they don't make those announcements now, then that means they make those announcements closer to Christmas Day, which pisses people off more. Okay, so right now they're still in the safe buffer zone. Okay, the
Not by much. But
not by much. Okay, Halloween has not passed. Okay, and I understand that they're already putting Christmas fucking decorations up at fucking Walmart and all that other shit, which is completely fucking retarded. Okay, just dumb.
Have Easter stuff out already. Man.
All right, this is just really stupid. I mean, Thanksgiving hasn't even fucking passed. All right, but yeah, the big mark of the holiday season as far as shopping and everything goes is usually once Thanksgiving is done with, everybody goes ahead and they concentrate on that. 90% of the retail revenue is made during that last 5 fucking weeks.
Schedule of Christmas.
Yeah, and that's what they try to go ahead and meet. Yeah, if they didn't make the announcement now, they couldn't have made it later. All right, at least not with the same amount of leeway.
Well, I mean, I think one thing too is I for one am very interested in this game. I was interested in when it was actually announced at E3 2014, I believe, 15,
yeah,
I believe. And I mean, it just really looks really interesting, being that it's in the 1930s style.
What, they got to get licensing to put Betty Boop in this game?
That very well could be.
If that's the case, I will actually, I'll give them a lot of props if that's actually the fucking
She'll
case.
be DLC?
If it's DLC,
black and white Popeye, black and white Mighty Mouse, black and white Mickey Mouse, all that shit will be DLC, or those type of skins or graphics or the change your shit.
No, that's they'll leave that up to the mod community to go ahead and put that shit together.
And they will.
Yes, I know they will.
They will.
Mickey Mouse.
They will do that.
You're gonna see Steamboat Willie.
Yep.
Or Moscow and Honey. You'll put them in there.
But
what? Dude, come on.
It's kind of interesting. I mean, I got to say, as far as the game goes, I think the biggest thing that have people like have the buzz around it is the fact that the artwork presentation is definitely different. All right,
it is,
and it's not only that, but what I got to say that amazes me is that it's definitely American. All right, as far as the way that it
screens American all around.
As far as the way that is
there's
animated,
nothing else like it.
Yeah, there's nothing else like it. And when it comes out, whether or not it's the beginning of 2017 or whenever it comes eventually, as long as you don't nickel and dime us with on disc fucking DLC and microtransactions, and I really hope they don't. Whether or not it's going to be on PC. It's not going to be on Xbox One because I have no reason to fucking own the thing. I'm not harping on anybody. I'm just saying the truth. Okay. Look. After we put together your machine and your shit continues to collect dust, all right, you'll know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to put my God box together.
Yeah.